Hey guys, Kev here, and I am going to unbox some new Kershaw slash ZT knives. And if you happened to be fast, you might have seen that I created and started a live stream just a second ago and then canceled it and deleted it. That's because I'm a boomer. Apparently, my inner boomer came out, and I was messing around trying to get the description right and everything, and I accidentally didn't set it to horizontal live, and I didn't turn the camera around. So you got to peek at my face, and then me turning it around and realizing it was a vertical stream and going, shit, because I didn't want to do it as a vertical. I could have just went with it, but it's a lot harder to show you guys stuff when it's vertical, so I just canceled it and redid it. I was just giving you guys a heads up, basically. That's basically what was going on there. So you can ignore that. I already deleted it, so we should be good. I'm trying to pull up the chat here. I can see them pop up on my screen, but it's a little bit harder to do it that way than to just look on a separate screen. So I'm going to do that real quick. Here we go. So I do have some new knives from Kershaw and ZT. These dropped today. I do have a link for these. It is in the description of this video. I'm going to see if I can pin that for you if you guys are interested. I could only find them at Blade HQ. They had a listing for all the new ones. That made it kind of easy for me. So I just went ahead with that and put a link there. Yeah, I can't figure it out right now. I'll do it after. I'll pin it in the comments. But if you guys are interested, you can always check that out. What's up, Marco? You're pretty quick on the draw, dude. You're always here first. And to anybody who watches this later, because this is kind of how I'm doing my videos now, just doing lives and then it'll upload. I'm trying to put a thumbnail on there. I don't know. If you watch this as a recording, you can skip ahead until I actually open them. I'm going to talk to the people here in the chat first. I don't want to just skip that and go right to unboxing. So you can jump ahead. It's not hard. There's a little drag thing at the bottom. You just grab that little dot and move it over until you start seeing me open stuff. And then you'll be able to see it. So you don't have to leave me a comment about not unboxing stuff for 20 minutes or whatever. I get it, but at the same time, I don't want to do live streams and just do the video. You know what I mean? Trying to jump ahead, it's not working. Sorry, man. You're here live, so unfortunately, you got to deal with it. That's hilarious, dude. What's up, War Room EDC? No Bowl Reviews. Blessed Knives. What's up, Blessed Knives? What's going on, dude? Henry, Zen Shop. Mike's in the house. What's up, Mike Jernak? Neil's in the house. Ed Harrison's in the house. What's up, dude? Definitely not doing that gold thing again. That was miserable yesterday. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be at Blade Show, booth 239. Come on by. I know you probably have a table, but I usually try to find time to walk around. We'll see how it goes this year because we have a booth, and it's just Colin and I. And Nick Stasa23 was going to help us out if he could. We were hoping to have fireballs by then, but it doesn't look like we're going to get them in time. We're hoping to get at least one version. We had a Blade Show exclusive in mind. So it would be nice to have those, but it took Camo Carbon forever to... it didn't take them forever. It took them about 8 weeks, which is pretty much what they quote, 6 to 8, I think. So I think maybe I just didn't do the math in my head properly. I figured we'd have them in time. Wasn't really on Kubi, to be honest. Just bad timing. Come see you. 15U. So go check out table 15U at Blade Show if you guys are going. Check out Blessed Knives, American-made, handmade knives. Great dude. and his knives have just gotten better and better. I haven't handled one in probably a year, probably since Blade Show last year. So I definitely want to try to make it over there and see how awesome they are now. Beethoven is God. Getting a Wee Nefaris today in the mail. Awesome, dude. Marceau in the house. What's up, dude? I haven't talked to you in a long time. How's it going, man? How's it going? You still love Olight? You still a big fan of the Chinese flashlights? I hope there's an Olight unboxing just for you. You know, I do need to... I do need to open this O-Clip Ultra. I've had it here for like 2 months. Why don't we, we'll start off with a Olight unboxing. This is just for Marceau, guys. So you can thank him for this. And I'm using the Kershaw, what the heck is this thing? Is this the Launch 20? Am I nuts? I think I have the 21 here to open. So I have a Launch 21. I have a Remnant. I have a Bel Air clip. I'm guessing clip point. And I have this new ZT Duralock model. So that's what we're going to get into today. I think this was the 20. This thing's awesome, man. It's just a good looking knife. Sexy looking knife. Great auto. I love how they did the raw aluminum. It's really cool. It's got great action. I mean, Kershaw's been killing it, honestly. Especially with these launch models. I'm not a big auto guy, out the side guy, but if I was, you know, there's really not much to complain about here. I think they're like stupid affordable too, right? So, but yeah, this one's cool. I'll try to unbox everything with that. I've been carrying the Binge, obviously, since I did that live unboxing yesterday. I carried this purple nurple one all yesterday, and yeah, it's so fun. The flipper tab, it's hard to believe that it got better from the prototype, but adding that jimping up and around from where this was, you can see the jimping ends right there and doesn't go around the back. That was Colin's fault, by the way. He just didn't do it in the file when he sent it over to them. Which, it's not a big deal. We did it in production. We knew what we were going to do. I just like to give them shit. But it's even better. You can literally grab the tippity top of this thing and rip on it. And that detent is stout, too. It's not, like, weak. But that jimping just lets you absolutely rip it. So I carried that one yesterday. So today, I threw the reverse tucks in the pocket. And holy shit, this thing is sexy. That DLC blade, so you got DLC S90V and then polished DLC hardware all around. Look at that. And then having the exposed liner lock with the polished DLC is just bananas. It really is. Bananas. I'm probably going to do a disassembly on this, throw in some skiffs. I mean, the action's good on all of them. This one, it kind of like hangs a little bit. See how I unlock it? It hangs a little. But then once it clears, it's super smooth. It's honestly probably just a break-in thing, but gives me an excuse to put skiffs in here. And if anybody's curious, these are 5mm 3/64 on the bearings. So anyway, I'm going to shut up about that. I'll try to get back into the unboxing here. Here's the O-Clip Ultra for Marceau. Basically, your original O-Clip looks like this. It's very small, easy to put on like a backpack or something. I think these are cool. Like, I could put this on my kid's backpack, you know. But here is the Ultra. So it comes in their OAL material, which is actually really good. I got to give them credit for the OAL stuff. It's lightweight aluminum, but it's very tough. It's supposed to be, I think they say, as tough or a little tougher than 7075. But it's lighter. So it's got like the weight of like titanium or something. But you can see the difference. This has a red light, and then it has a flood and a throw light as well. And I think it has a UV. Yeah, this one has, instead of red, sorry, I think it has UV. So So you have a little UV light on there. And then you can switch to a throwy light and a floodlight. That's pretty cool. It's a little bulky. So, you know, I like this because it's really small. You can just clip it on something or whatever. This is a little bit bigger. And honestly, I don't know. UV, red light, that stuff seems unnecessary to me. I'd rather just have a better regular light. Like if this was just one big ass light instead of all this shit, I think it would be better. But you guys let me know what you think. You can pick up whatever you need at Olight or Osight. I've done some videos on their red dots. They're actually really good. They made some major updates this year, and I mean, you can see other videos. People are really liking them. I know that's tricky because a lot of you guys think everybody doing videos on Olights is just like paid marketing. They don't pay me anything. They just send me shit, and then I get commission if you guys buy stuff. But that's the beauty of affiliate marketing, in my opinion. I can choose what I promote. So, like, if I think this is good, I can tell you to go get it. Use my code LeftyEDC at Olight. You like how I threw that in there? If I don't like it, I just don't share it. I can promote something else that I do like that I get commission on. You know what I mean? So for me, the affiliate marketing is the best way to handle doing like reviews online. I mean, I guess next to just not accepting anything. But, you know, if you do this long enough, you start to feel like it'd be nice to get something for my effort, you know? And commission off of affiliate stuff, to me, is the best way to do it. I can tell you my videos are all 100% honest reviews. You got to decide if you believe that or not. But that's kind of my thought process on that. I went from Surefire to Phoenix. Never owned any Olight. Olight ruined YouTube. Marceau. Olight, you ruined YouTube. It is funny. I've been watching a lot of GunTube lately, and it's funny. You'll see these guys with like $7,000 Atlas 2011s, and then you can spot the Olight or the Osight red dot on there, and it just cracks you up. They're good though. Like, I honestly, when I did the video on them, I could essentially compare them 1-to-1 to the Holosuns I have. And I could easily get rid of the Holosuns and use those Osights, and I wouldn't even notice the difference. I am testing the Osight X, the larger one, like the one that's basically like a 507 comp model. And I have it on my Beretta 1301 shotgun. And I'm testing it on there to see if it can stay zeroed with the abuse of a 12 gauge. So that'll be a fun video to do. But anyway, we can get into the Kershaw and ZT stuff here. So if anybody wants to leave a comment, it took 13 minutes to get into the actual video. We'll start with the ZT, right? Because that's pretty much what I'm most interested in, if I'm being honest. Holy okay. That's a big boy, dude. That is a big mofo. Have you seen any black mode tall boys? What's a black mode? Oh, dark mode tall boy? No, I have not. Like the original? Is that what you're asking about? The one with Brittany camo carbon? Or are you asking about the black titanium? I mean, if I'm being honest, I haven't seen either of those. I have one Brittany camo one here that it's not perfect, and there's somebody who's been asking for it for like 6 months, and I've been holding it. This is cool. So I'm assuming, what is this? Is this G10? I think that's G10. Why am I looking at that? Where is this? Duralock. Yeah, G10 Olive M4. Okay. I have not seen M4 in a long time, to be honest. Well, last time I saw M4 was on a Benchmade or a ZT. No, I think it was just Benchmade who was using it. I don't think I've seen ZT use it. So this is their Duralock, which is their Axis style lock. This is a USA made one, so that's interesting. I do like the tabs on this. It's very smooth. Yeah, it is big. So for example, let me grab something. So like here's a Divo Stout. That's a 3.3 inch blade. And you could see it is like an inch longer almost, so she said. I don't have the Growler XLs out right now. I have them in a case ready to ship to Colin. Here's a tall boy, so it's 3.5 inch blade. And you can see, I mean, it's got to be a 4-inch knife, is my assumption. If one of you guys wants to go to the website or go to the Blade HQ link I put in the description, we could get the specs, but I can't do it at the moment. And I think somebody said these weren't like stupidly expensive. I mean, you're looking at, yeah, you're looking at steel liners. So you have steel liners, and then you have G10, and then you have that M4 blade. So my guess is they're selling this for, man, that's going to be tough. ZT. I could see it being like $250, maybe. It's a USA made one. $250, $280. I don't think they would charge $300 for this, but I could be wrong. Casey's in the house. Yo, what's up, Casey? He did a video on this. He says they all watched my video already. All right, well then, what's the price on this one? Please, we can use your reference here. Let us know the prices and stuff on these. $296. Okay, so they didn't want to charge $300. They went right under $300. I gotta tell you, it's good, man. It has a great thumb flick. Father EDC's here. He probably doesn't mind the Olight or the O-Sight. CPM M4, there's all your details right there. Serial number 26. Okay, cool. I was the 26th most important reviewer that they sent this to. I'm just kidding. They probably have like a couple people at ZT that get one. And then you probably have some dealers maybe who get cool numbers. And then, of course, Casey had to get one. So Casey probably got 25. And then I got 26. What serial number you got, Casey? Just curious. Also, if you guys aren't aware, since we were talking about the binge earlier, the exclusive at Blade Binge, shout out to Casey, Knives Fast. He had a sellout of his downdraft model, the Tempest downdraft. Really cool knife. I've enjoyed it. And he sold them out. And he had an exclusive with Blade Binge. So big shout out to my buddy Casey on that. I love this blade shape. That is a sexy blade shape. You got the Millennial Falcon logo, so it's an in-house design. Somebody was saying it looks like a larger version of some other knife that they have. Was it the Knockout that somebody said? I don't think it looks like anything else. I really like the blade. It's almost got like a Les George kind of look, right? It's got like one of those U.S. maker tactical knife. I almost said Drew Carey. Who am I thinking of? Carey Knives. I don't know his first name. But like that spear point look. Really cool. Poon clip. You're going to go with the Poon clip? Pretty Fly. What up, dude? Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know. You could go with the Poon clip. It's not much of a Poon, but it is technically a Poon. It might be more like a Poon point. I'm going to go with Poon point. This is a Poon point, my friends. So you heard it here first. The Poon point blade shape. It's fun. It's got a good thumb stud flick. They got the spring right. I mean, it's got enough oomph to it to get it all the way out. So she said, and it fires if you want it to. I'm not like upset with it, you know, and I'm pretty picky. So I gotta say, on a larger knife like this, I think it does make sense, you know, does make sense. Let's see if it cuts anything. As we know, M4 holds an edge really well, but is obviously not corrosion resistant, hence the coating. And it's sharp. I assume it is a PVD coating. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. I don't think ZT has ever done DLC, but you guys let me know if I'm wrong on that. So, you know, you can't beat the piss out of this without marking it up, but it should be okay. So that's the ZT. That's pretty good. This one is the Launch 21. I really like the Launch 20 that I was showing you earlier. I think that's what this is. Could be the 19. I don't know. I'm not an expert on the Launch models. And I don't know where the box is at the moment. So, but that one's just cool. That's probably my favorite one they've done. They said Kershaw Heist. Don't see it. Well, you know, it's kind of silly because it's their own model. So who cares? If they want to use their own models and like they have a design language, that's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. This is cool. So I like that it's clean. Like it has a clean look to it. That's the one thing I like about autos. You know, you don't have a flipper tab, you don't have a front flipper, you don't have thumb studs, you don't have a hole. So they tend to be like really clean looking, if that makes sense. And that's how this looks to me. See how she popped. It looks like G10 in here and then aluminum around the outside with some kind of Cerakote. Whew. Another drop point. Looks good. Comfortable. I kind of like the G10 in there. It gives it a little bit of grip. The button is a little. Let's see if I can get used to it. So Casey says, I went and looked at my video. I got number 153 on the ZT. So you killed me. Yeah, they must like me better. They gave me number 26. I'm special. Do these have serial numbers? I don't know. Maybe that's just ZT. That's a model number, right? I'm guessing. So this is M4 too. So they're on an M4 kick at the current moment. What do I think about this? I don't love the button. So just for example, on this one, you can see the button sticks out a little bit and there's like a little pocket for it. So when you go to push it, it just fires out of there. I don't have to push it into the handle. I just have to kind of squeeze down a little bit and it wants to fire out, right? It's also lighter and it really fires, where this one's a little heavier. But this one, I feel like I have to shove that button because it doesn't stick out that much. And this could be case by case. You know how button locks sometimes stick out further on some and then deeper on others? But this, I feel like it's about the same amount of pressure right there that I put on this, right? So let me put that back. If I put this side by side and I squeeze them about the same, that one just comes right out. This one I'm still pushing. And there it goes. So I don't love that because I have to, like, you know, really jam my thumb in there. Where if it was sticking out a little more, I'd be able to get it to rip a little quicker. And I don't see why. I don't know if that's like supposed to be a safety thing. So in your pocket, you can't accidentally, you know, push something on there and have it deploy, even though it's against your pants. I don't know. This one's just a lot easier to open. But, I mean, I'm sure you get used to it and it's fine. It's not like It's not like a big deal, but I did want to point it out. What model are the autos? So this is the Launch 21 right here. And then this is the Launch 20. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if anybody has confirmed that in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is the Launch 20. Because I think this is the last one I got in the Launch family. Back to work. Have a great day. Thanks, Oh Father. You too, man. Might have to check one of those out. Faithful EDC. Yep. I'll put these all in the pass around. What model are the auto? Okay, reread that one. Sorry. Seems recessed for a reason. Yeah, maybe they're worried about having it deploy. So it is the Launch 20. Cool. Snacks says, does Kershaw have really good autos? Also, aren't they more of a pain to clean compared to a manual? Well, I mean, I don't think I've ever actually cleaned one, to be honest. I don't think I would. I would just blow, like I would just use compressed air, blow it all out, and then just pour some oil in there. I think that's good. Yes, it would be more of a pain, I guess. I would recommend you take it apart open. Because if you try to take it apart while it's closed, you could potentially have a bad day. I mean, it's not the end of the world to take it apart and put it back together. Maybe I'll have to do that sometime just to show you guys. But I don't think I've ever taken an auto apart. One, because I don't really keep autos. Out the side autos are not my favorite thing. They're cool. I like checking them out. And I get why people like them, you know, especially people who aren't like big knife people collecting knives and shit. They just want a knife that they can throw in their pocket that works for when they need it. Autos are cool for that kind of thing. But us fidgety folk, obviously, something with a manual lock is much better. It does have a reversible clip. So does the ZT. So there's that. Casey, what's the price on the Launch 21? They're usually like really affordable, right? Like $100, 150 probably with M4 maybe. What's this one? This looks cool. This is the Remnant. This is the Remnant. So is this a button lock? Not another auto, is it? Yeah, it looks like a button lock. Oh. That's nice, dude. Hey, Leafy, what up, dude? Welcome. Good to see you, man. This is in D2. And G10, I guess. Or is this micarta? I think it's black micarta. I think black canvas micarta. This is nice. Dude, I love this design. If you know me well enough, you'll know that I love this blade shape. It's very Collin-ish. It's got Collin's kind of spear foot. I call it a spear foot. Kind of looks like a spear point, but it has more of a sheep's foot tip, which is nice. You can get lower with it, you know. It has that look to it. Nice studs. I really like on button lock sometimes when companies do this on the other side. It just gives it kind of a cool look, more symmetric. I mean, the action on this is really nice. Is there a bunch of play or something? Yeah, there's a bit. I don't have to work very hard to wiggle it, and this seems pretty. I can squeeze this, but I mean, I'm guessing this knife is very affordable. It's in D2. It's probably like 50, 60 bucks, maybe. Since Casey's here, how much is this one? So this one's 170 right here, which is nice. No, Launch 21, yeah, 170, 169, that's nice. And then this one was 296 for ZT. And then the Remnant is 70 bucks. You might as well give us the next one too before I ask. The Bel Air clip. The Remnant is 70 bucks. I'm not going to complain, guys. I know it's more than you would pay. 80 bucks, he says. Actually, it's $80. Okay. Well, yeah, Kathleen, he knows the prices because he just posted a video on it. I'm piggybacking here. Thanks, buddy. $80. So I'm not going to complain, guys. I mean, some people are going to say $80 for D2 and micarta, right? What the hell? But this is going to be a made in China Kershaw, I'm pretty sure. Made in China right there. So you'll see the difference. Like this one says made in USA. This one will say made in USA on it right there. Obviously, the ZT is made in the USA. This one's made in China, so they have a factory over there that makes them knives. Whether it's a factory they co-own or whatever, they're having to have this made and then shipping here and then, you know, selling it. And that's why it's $80 for a Chinese D2 knife with micarta versus if Kaiser made this, obviously it would be $40. You know, you also have to factor in that Kershaw ZT Kai USA is a larger company, and they have overhead. They probably offer insurance to their employees, you know. So their knives are going to cost a little more money. So if you like the design, you're going to pay $80 for it. I think that's still fair, though. I don't think it's like James brand pricing. You know what I mean? I like the hole in the pivot. That looks really cool. Very interesting, actually. Does that go through the barrel? I guess that's the barrel. I don't know. That's cool. I don't know. I really like it. And it's very lightweight, guys. Very lightweight. I forget who it was recently. One of the YouTube guys was saying he wanted D2 to come back. I think it was Tri-State for some reason. I don't know why that's in my head. But I feel like he was saying he wanted to see D2 come back. Maybe for pricing reasons or whatever. So here's some D2. Kershaw's still using it. I really like this. So this is a sneaky buy. It's got a little rattle, though. I don't know what that is. Maybe something's just loose. Oh, it's the stop pin. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Watch this. Show you guys a little voodoo magic. You hear it? You guys can hear that, right? How can I actually trust that my American Kershaw parts are really American made if they have a Chinese line as well? I don't know what you mean. Just because they also have Chinese made knives, you can't trust them? You think they're importing all their parts and then just telling you that it's American made? I mean, that's just kind of like, are you just a cynical person, I guess? I would take them at their word that they're not scumbags, you know? That's why, I don't know. If you want to verify, I mean, I guess you could reach out to them, but I'm just going to trust them on it. If they're, here's the thing, dude. If they're scumbags like that, then they would just do that with everything. Why would they even have this knife that has a made in China on the box? Like, why would they differentiate between that, you know? They would just say everything's made in America. I don't know. So, oh, it's still rattling. So I didn't get in there deep enough. Let me just try this. You could just use some grease or oil, honestly. I usually just use Loctite because it tends to not. Oh wait, fuck. Are there two? I'm an idiot. That's why. I'm an idiot. That's not the lock. That's not the stop pin, Kev. That's the blade tang. I'm too busy over here talking. I'm not even paying attention. So here's the stop pin. That's why it didn't work, you genius. There it goes. See? No more rattle. And that'll hold. I've done that on a lot of knives. And, I mean, it'll hold for a while. Unless you maybe take it apart and clean it all up and clean that part, you know. But, so that's an easy fix if you ever hear that. Whoops. You just put a little bit of Loctite, a little bit of The ideal thing to do is take the whole knife apart, right? If you're going to take it apart anyway to clean it, put skiffs in, whatever, you just take a drop of Loctite in the hole for the stop pin on each side, put it back together. It'll cure in there. You'll never have that problem again. But the quick fix, if you're doing an unboxing video or you don't want to take it apart, is just to put a couple drops of Loctite or KPL or whatever you want. I wouldn't use super glue. Somebody said you ran out of super glue. But yeah. He says, no, not cynical. Well, it's kind of cynical, right? You're asking, how do I trust a company to not lie to me about where they're making their knives? They're saying it's made in the USA. So, I mean, I just take it at their word. What? I don't know. Iridium is China, says Casey. Yeah, the Iridium is China. I have one of those here, too. I happened to just get back a couple of Kershaws from pass around. This is a titanium one, Iridium, which is nice, but it really needs some milling. It needs some weight relief on the inside of that titanium. Other than that, it's very nice. Right? To be fair, Tobacco said his stuff was made in the USA too. Who's Tobacco? I don't know who Tobacco is. Sorry. Hoback. He meant Hoback. It auto-corrected Tobacco. Yes, but that's my point, Pretty Fly. You have to take the company at their word. Some people are going to lie to you. I'm not arguing that that won't happen. It's just, do you want to just not believe anybody? Or do you want to just, you know, trust them? And then if it comes out that their shit's made in China, then you can just destroy them. I mean, then they're going to fall apart, you know. Of course people lie, but I don't know. I guess you get my point. I don't want to just assume everybody's lying, you know. All right, this is the, what was this one again? The Bel Air clip. I got to say, this feels a lot smaller now. I haven't handled a Bel Air in a while, and it's got to be because I just handled this thing. Hoback destroyed his entire reputation and secondary market for his knives. Yes, he did. And that's what happens when you do that. So that's the penalty. So I don't think Kershaw Kai USA is willing to risk that. Is where I'm getting at, you know. And they're very like transparent about where the stuff's made. So I don't know. I love this blade finish. Look at this. Yes, it's a stonewash, but it's like a really just, I don't know. It's like a really worn looking stonewash. It just feels good. Sounds weird. And it's stupid thin, man. This thing is going to slice like a mofo. Let me see. As long as it's sharp, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it cuts. It's not the sharpest edge ever. I do recall when I had the original Bel Air, somebody had to resharpen it right away, I think, because the edge didn't hold up too long. I don't know, it was a burnt edge or something. It feels really sticky, so maybe they worked on that. It looks good. It almost looks mirrored. It's very nice. Then you have the crossbar lock, or I guess Duralock. Oh, that's what I love about the Bel Air. It's so small, light, and it just feels snappier. I think they upgraded the springs, guys. Because I had to swap the springs on my original Bel Air. This feels quite a bit snappier. Yeah. Yeah, Larry. Anything Launch, I believe, is USA made because it's an auto. It's a little easier to make. or manufacturers, so they can do it here for a better price than, you know, like a locking knife. That's why the Launch line is so popular. This feels really good. The micarta feels good. You know, Proud Liner's not my favorite, but, you know, they're going for something affordable and very good for EDC. Now, I would obviously prefer the reverse Tanto blade on this, but I think they're showcasing a new blade shape, right? That's what this is, the clip point version. And a lot of people like this blade shape, so I get it. Would you guys rather have this or the Tanto, reverse Tanto? Let me know. But yeah, this thing has great thumb flick action, and I think it's because of where the studs are. They tuck in really well, so you get a good, you just get a good angle on it. Fires it out really well, and then they definitely dialed this spring up from the original, I think. So that's very cool. And then you have a nice deep carry clip, goes past the handle. Usually I don't like that because you feel it in your palm, like right here. But it still feels good. Later, Larry. It still feels good. I think also the autos made in China have to be assembled in the... That's correct, yeah. You can't have an auto just shipped here. So like OTF's made in China, autos... Whoever's importing them, whatever company that is, has to assemble them here, which can be a pain. But Casey says, by the way, for the 12th time, it's 167, and you shouldn't be mailing. You shouldn't you? Oh, right. I'm sending him some pass around stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that today. I've had stuff on my table for like weeks now. All right, guys, that's it. We got the Bel Air clip point. Very nice. I think they did a great job on this. And then we have the Remnant. I really like this one. I think this is a sleeper. You know, I think 80 bucks it's a lot for a China-made button lock with micarta and D2, but it's also really good. I like that they have this filler tab. I'm assuming that's what it is. That's a cool filler tab right there. I really hate when companies do this. You know, they just leave these screw holes. Now, this is better than when they have a cutout. You know, like they have a indent cutout and the screw holes, and all of it's just showing. They don't put a filler tab in there. At least with this, you know, they can't really put a filler tab there. It doesn't make sense. So I'll give them a pass on that. But, you know, like let's say you remove this and the filler tab. A lot of companies do that where it's just like a milled out section with holes. I don't know. Just not my favorite. But yeah. So Bel Air Remnant. Showing off the Launch 20 from last batch. The Kershaw Iridium Reverse Tanto Titanium knife. Then you have the ZT. What was this one called? Did I even get a name on this one? Is it just the 0203? ZT 0203? That's right. They don't really have names, do they? And then the Launch 21. So... that's what I have for you today, guys. I appreciate you coming by and checking it out. Hey, Zach, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, ZT0203, yeah. Reverse and makes it look like a 940 Osborne a little bit. Yeah. I mean, the Osborne it has a very unique blade shape that's ugly as hell. No offense, Zach. Zach's here, so feel bad, but... the 940 is hideous. I've had them. I've enjoyed them. But it's a hideous knife. Knives Fast says, I'm at table 5 double D because he stole our table from last year because we moved up to a booth. So come check out booth 239. Check out table 5 double D. And... yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I'll have another one of these videos, another live stream soon. Catch up with you guys again. I love you. Appreciate you. Hope you guys have a great day. And I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.